Hello, BookTube. I thought I'd do a quick little mail haul here, a nice, easy video to gently ease my way back into the world of BookTube. I disappeared for a day because I had a bunch of real-world stuff to do, a bunch of real-world complications, and a couple of real-world guests. Very un-BookTube-ish. But I'm back now. And I've got just a small pile of packages here to go through, starting with something very small. Could be a slim volume of poetry. Let's see what this is. Not a terrifically big fan of the slim volumes of poetry. Oh no. Okay, it's not a slim volume of poetry. It's ever so much better than that. It's a catalog. It's the fall-winter catalog for Yale University Press, one of the greatest university presses of them all. Okay, so I'm going to have to resist the urge here to drag you through this whole thing. I want to, but I won't. Let's just go see if we can do the highlights expeditiously, or lowlights in the case of another book by Karl Ove Knausgaard, but we don't have to dwell on that. Also another book by Patrick Modiano. We don't have to dwell on that. All right. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh my gosh, let's keep going. There we go. Okay, there's a 352-page history, the story of Greece and Rome. What? The extraordinary story of the intermingled civilization of ancient Greece and Rome, spanning more than 6 millennia, from the late Bronze Age to the 7th century, which means 350 pages is mighty short for such a subject. Let's see here. Caitlin O'Connor and James Owen Weatherall, The Misinformation Age. There's a jackalope on the cover, How False Beliefs Spread. Oh my, oh goodness gracious, a 500-page biography of Hubert Humphrey. That's a name that only some of you of a certain age in America will even know. It's by Arnold Offner, and it's subtitled The Conscience of the Country. Oh my. Hubert Humphrey. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Then here's another 500-page book, The First Soldier, Hitler as Military Leader, by Stephen Fritz. Oh my. Okay. A new biography of Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, by Jeffrey Parker. A new book by Paula Fredrickson on the first generation of Christianity, called When Christians Were Jews. Oh my! A field guide to Cape Cod, a new illustrated field guide to Cape Cod. Oh, and a natural history of the eagle, the Empire of the Eagle. Oh, this is good stuff. This is very good stuff. Well, I promise I won't take much longer here. Novels, lots and lots of nonfiction. That's wonderful. The Mind is Flat, The Remarkable Shallowness of the Improvising Brain. Well-Grounded, The Neurobiology of Rational Decisions. I love it. I just love it. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. There's a new book, 400 pages, by Sudipta Sen on the Ganges River. I'll want to read that. Okay, so I'll probably want to read all of these. I probably will want to read all of these. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, some of you will find this even more interesting than I do. The Vampire, A New History. Oh, man. 300 pages, coming out in October, just in time for Halloween. Oh, my. Okay. Wow, all right. There's a lot here. I won't... Okay. Okay, there's another one coming out here. Domina by Guy de la Baudelaire. The women who made Imperial Rome, and another one, a new mytho-history on King Arthur. Jeez, the hits just keep on coming. All right, then we move to, then the catalog moves to the academic side of Yale, where I often find dozens of things I want, but they don't even bother to put the pictures because they're not going to, most of them aren't going to show up in bookstores. And they're not going to make a popular push for these things to be sold. But then the next thing we'll do, and then we'll move on to the books, is the paperback reprints. And one of the reasons will be to see if Steve is blurbed. Well, also to see, what's coming out in paper. Like, for instance, the Stephen Mitchell translation of Beowulf is coming out in paperback. Great. Patrick Deneen's Why Liberalism Failed. One Hot Summer, Dickens, Darwin, Disraeli, and the Summer of 1858. That got a lot more review attention than I thought it would. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. Carlos Ayres' Reformations. Didn't think that would get a paperback reprint. Because it's 1,000 pages long. I didn't think that would happen. But it is getting one. Great. I am not blurbed, at least in the page here. That's disturbing. George Washington, The Wonder of the Age. I'm certainly not going to be blurbed on that. Hannibal, A Hellenistic Life. Great. They're bringing out a paperback of that. That's wonderful. And there's this book here, 23/7, about solitary confinement, that I thought was just amazing. I didn't review it, but I loved it. Wow. Okay. Ronald Hutton's The Witch. Social Life of Books. Excellent. Okay. But can it be that this is, there aren't going to be any Steve blurbs in the paperback section? Oh my. Well, maybe so. And then you flip it over for all of their art and architecture stuff. But this is wonderful. So I have to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. I won't do any more of it on camera because that's tedious for you, even more than usual. But now we'll go on. We've got 3 packages here that will have actual books in them. And we'll see what we get here. I've been away from BookTube. Away from the rhythm of it. I've got to get back in the rhythm of it. This real life intervened. And I'm also lately developing, I'm encountering a problem that I've heard from other Schnauzer owners does crop up. Little Frida is not eating. she's no diminution in her energy whatsoever. She's not sick. She's just turning up her nose at food. And I'm told in various online forums that they do that. That miniature Schnauzers will sometimes do that, and that they won't starve themselves. But this is the first time I've ever had a dog who didn't gorge their food, and so it's a little unnerving. Let's see here. This is by Dorotha Nors, translated from the Danish, and it's called Mirror Shoulder Signal. And it's a novel. Sonia is a woman in her 40s who's ready for a change. The streets of Copenhagen have become alienating, and her work translating Swedish crime novels is losing its fascination. She dreams of returning to the rural Jutland landscapes of her childhood, the endless sky, the whooper swans, the rye fields. There's just one catch. She doesn't know how to drive. She must tackle this crucial obstacle, but under the harsh gaze of her driving instructor, she is unable to shift gears for herself, and her vertigo, which she has carefully hidden throughout her life, begins to manifest at the worst possible moments. Oh, wow. Okay. So this comes out in June, and it is about a woman who faces the challenge of learning how to drive. Okay, fantastic. All right. And then we'll do this next one here. What is this? Finished copy of some kind? Oh, okay, great. Finished copy of Rachel Halliburton's The Optical Illusion, which I think had its publicity date changed. Yes, it did. It was originally May, but now it's July. Set in 1797 Georgian London. Nothing is certain anymore. The future of the monarchy is in question. The city is aflame with right and left-wing conspiracies, and the French could invade any day. Against this febrile atmosphere, the exquisite debut novel brings to life the true scandal of Anglo-American painter Benjamin West and Titian's secret Venetian techniques that shook the British art world at the twilight of the 18th century. So this is about Benjamin West. And I said at the when I got the advance copy, I originally got the advance copy, I thought, well, this is a perfect test of the serendipity of the Brattle Bookshop here in Boston, a great used bookstore here in Boston. Will I, in time for me to need it, will I encounter a biography of Benjamin West that I can just snatch up for $1? It hasn't happened yet, and maybe the fates knew that the publication date would be switched, so it could still happen. Then we'll do this last one, and then we'll be done here. Oh, okay, this is the finished copy. Yes, this is the finished copy. Paperback original of So Lucky by Nicola Griffith, who wrote Hild, or the great historical novel Hild. And this, do we have a description? No, we don't. We don't have a description. Look at that. The pub sheet is entirely blurbs. I guess if I had this many blurbs for a book, that's probably how I would use the pub sheet. But what is this? Well, I think we've seen this before, but just in case those of you don't know, Mara Tagarelli is on top of her world. She's the head of a multi-million-dollar AIDS foundation, an accomplished martial artist, and a happily married woman. Then, in the space of a week, her wife leaves her, she is diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and she loses her job. She's never met a problem she can't solve until suddenly she can't solve any of them. Everything begins to feel like a threat. At first, it's just smoldering vulnerability. Then she realizes those threats are real, violent, and imminent. How do you defend yourself when you can't trust your own body? How do you face down danger when others believe you are helpless, yet you know monsters are coming? Wow. Okay, so this is going to be radically different from Hild. Great. I love it when authors do that. Okay, so this is... Do we have any information? This is all just blurbs. That's amazing. Oh, no, here we go. So this comes out in mid-May. I just reorganized my May bookshelves. A little help. This is in the middle of the month. Okay. All right, so we have The Optical Illusion in a finished copy that is due much later than May. Then we have Mirror Shoulder Signal, about a woman who needs to learn how to drive. So that sounds utterly fascinating. Then So Lucky, about a woman whose life completely falls apart, including her own body, and the Yale catalog for the fall and winter, which I will be digging into right now. But it's good to be back. I will see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.